You lousy Florida gardener here. Welcome back to my garden. We're right here in the third week of March. It's time to fertilize my first application of my banana trees. I thought I'd give you a little walkthrough, show you how I fertilize them, talk to you a little bit about banana trees. As far as the fertilizing, I'm no professional on banana trees, but I've applied what I've been told and it's worked for me. So before you decide which way you want to fertilize your banana trees, you have to ask yourself, what do you want to do with your banana trees? There's really two basic things. Either you're trying to grow bananas and you know that you have a banana tree that it will produce bananas in your area, or you're just growing them for ornamental. I grow mine for ornamental, so I'm going to walk you through today how I do my fertilizer routine. If you plan on fertilizing yours for banana production, this is not what you want to do. On banana production, you want to give in that first part of that feed a high nitrogen content fertilizer. If you're not familiar with that, I suggest you watch my video on fertilizers and it'll make you understand that part. But you want to feed that nitrogen fertilizer all the way through to promote that green growth in them leaves until you start to see it start to put out that flower, and then you want to change that and go over to something with a lower nitrogen and a higher phosphorus with a little bit of potash. But that's not what I grow for. I want mine for ornamental. I try to cut the bananas out of them to keep them from growing. So the process that I'm going to show you today, that's what it's aimed toward. So let's step over to the banana tree and I'll show you what we're going to do. And we're going to use a bag of 10-10-10 for that. The way I determine when to fertilize my first application on my banana trees is I look through my trees, and when I see about 1/3 to 1/2 of my banana trees have got new growth on them, I then go ahead and put that first application of fertilizer to my banana trees at that time. So, knowing that I'm growing these for ornamental, I've done the research. The research says with 10-10-10, I should put 1.5 pounds per mature banana tree. Now mine are planted in clumps and they're growing in clumps, so you have to use a little math there. So we have 2 mature banana trees, and at 1.5 pounds a piece, that'd be 3 pounds. And we have 4 juveniles here. Some of them are rather small, but we'll consider every 2 to be, per 2, we'll consider them to be mature, and we have 4 there. So that gives us another 3 pounds. So that means we need 6 pounds of fertilizer. Now, if you do the math on that, you do your research, you'll find out that unless it specifies different on different type bags, most 10-10-10, about a cup equals 1/2 pound. So if we know we need 6 pounds of fertilizer here, that means we need 12 8-ounce cups, or in our case, 6 16-ounce cups would give us that 6 pounds. And as important as how much and what type and what you're growing for is the way that you put it out. I take me a 16-ounce cup at the time, keeping in mind that we got to have 6 of these to equal our weight. When you distribute this fertilizer, you don't want it to be right against the tree, the trunk of the plant. I generally start out about 4 to 6 inches away from the trunk, and I'll distribute it out to probably a good 2 foot around it, and I just keep refilling my cup. I don't like to use a bigger bucket and pre-measure it. I like to walk around it slow. I believe you just get a better disbursement rather than walking with all of it in a bucket. So I just pour a little bit in my hand, and I'll start and just slowly work my way around the plant and distribute that out. And I'll just work my way around it. And as I get around it, I'm not in any hurry, keeping it 4 to 6 inches, going out in about a 2 foot area. And I just slowly work my way around, keeping in mind that I got to put out 6 cups to equal what I need. And then when I run out, I'll refill it. And I'll start back right where I left off. And I'll just remember that I'm on cup 2. And so you can see as we work around it, distributing that out, we're coming back to where we started, refill our cup. Keeping in mind that this is cup 3. We'll refill our cup. This is cup 4. Working our way around it. This is cup 5. our 6th and final cup. With the numbers you remember you calculated, this will be our final cup. Now, it really doesn't tie into the fertilizing, but at this same time, I generally will take a granular insecticide at this first part of the year and spread around my banana trees in the same pattern, using the recommended rates on whatever's on the bag, usually figured in square footage, versus what you're trying to control insects in your area. I'll have some videos on insecticides. I suggest you look those up. Now that we've put that out, I'll continue to do just what you just seen once a month throughout the growing season. Immediately after you put that out, you need to put some water on it. Don't flood it, just follow your normal watering routine schedule. That water will help activate it. That's really all there is to fertilizing them. If you're fertilizing them for just ornamental growth, very simple. You can pick this 10-10-10 up in about any town that somebody sells 10-10-10 fertilizer. It doesn't have to be exact. If you can't find it, you can find an 8-10-10 or 10-8-10. I don't go for all the numbers where they're putting the zeros into the center. That's an EPA regulation thing, and we don't pay no attention to that. We fertilize stuff to grow. Anyhow, I hope that's helped you understand a little bit, and I hope you'll follow along throughout the year. About the time I go to do the second fertilizer application, we'll look at these trees and see how they progress. I am no banana plant specialist. I've only been growing these for 3 years. I got them from a woman. She told me how to take care of them, and another buddy of mine also told me how he takes care of his. That's what I've applied the last 3 years. My banana plants have tripled and quadrupled in numbers and size. They will put on bananas. I don't let them put on bananas if I can reach it. I cut the pods out because I want them for ornamental. I don't want bananas pulling them over or the plant dying afterwards. You're gonna lose some. Some are not gonna come back every year. The majority have for me so far, doing just what I'm doing now. But that's the beauty of it. Fail or win, you enjoy doing it. I mean, that's what it's about, enjoyment, not working yourself to death. Now, if you didn't want to use a granular type fertilizer around these banana trees, you could pull back your mulch. You could put a black cow top or any kind of compost and spread your layers over the top and pull your mulch back. A lot of labels tell you, even when you use that granular fertilizer, that you should pull your soil back and work it into your soil. I haven't done that. I've done just what you've seen here today. I've always scattered it right on top of the dirt. It's worked successful for me so far. So it's just however you really want to do it, but you'll see that it will work just like I just did. So I hope you got something out of this video. I hope you'll follow along for the next one, for the second fertilizing of the banana trees during the season. Appreciate y'all watching me.